All right, time for the old variety show. I only have two topics. Both of which are the most ridiculous fucking commercials I have ever heard and or seen. Last night I'm sitting there watching TV and a Match commercial comes on, like Match.com. And it's people like walking around their apartments showing their dogs and shit to their laptop, doing cheers over like Skype or whatever. And I know that this sounds so like boomer of me and so rude of me, but I'm like, come on. What? No. We're not there yet. Don't we still believe in physical intimacy? It's been like 6 months. It's like, yeah, it's been tough. Write some fucking letters. Dude, video dating already? It has been like 6 months. How impatient are we? People used to go off to war and stay married. And then continued to be married till they died. And they met at the age of like 18. I'm not saying that's the answer, because frankly, that's probably hellish. But give it a little bit. They had something right. You know, you don't just stay together willy-nilly for 100 years. You know, if you give it a little bit of time, I don't know. All I'm saying is that, like, I feel like, here's my problem, honestly. I'm like 5'5", right? And this isn't something I seriously get hung up about. If somebody cares about this, then okay, weird. But I'm not that tall, and I would dread being like, doing wine and stuff, and they're like, oh my god, this guy is so cool and probably really tall, and then I roll in wearing my fucking Reeboks and a pair of cut-off pants, and she's like, oh, Andy's short. I'm like, I feel like you need to establish the relationship in person. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. I also don't really believe that. But in terms of the type of dating they're talking about, which is like, let me show you my books. Just do that in person, please. Like, that's got to be like so much fun in person. If you're starting something over online, do something more explosive. Anyway, the other hilarious commercial I fucking hear. So I'm listening to YouTube because Spotify doesn't work, because the iPhone keeps fucking with it for some reason. Whenever I lock my screen, Spotify stops. Dude, iPhone fucking sucks. This Samsung is so old, such a piece of shit. Never once has it had any problems of this stupidity. This is like the umpteenth fucking dumbass iPhone problem I've had, where I'm like, what? How did they not iron this out? I'm going back. I only got this for the camera, and it was such a big fucking mistake. I'm gonna really hate having this phone. Anyway, so I have to listen to fucking YouTube because Spotify won't work. And I listen to my song, and it ends, and an ad comes on. And I don't even realize it comes on, but then suddenly I'm like, wait, I didn't turn on inspiring piano music. I don't want to listen to this shit. So I went to turn it up, and you know what it was a fucking ad for? P.F. Chang's. Dude, what is your read on people that you think epic classical music and P.F. Chang's is something that works together? Who is making this? Who is making the conscious choice to try to make everything epic and inspiring? This must be like such an overtalked thing, but this whole thing where it's like every ad is somebody waking up at 6 and going to like fucking chop wood or something, and then at the end of the day it's like, oh yeah, 5 for 5 at fucking P.F. Chang's. Dude, just, oh my god, you know what else they did? Remember the Jake from State Farm commercial? Where he's like, yeah, Jake from State Farm. It's a classic. Everybody likes it. It's annoying at this point. But they brought it back. And I'm watching it. I'm like, whoa, this is a throwback. I guess it's back by popular demand. They changed Jake to a hot young 20-year-old. Remember Jake? Wasn't his whole shtick that he was just like some other schlub on the other end of the phone? That was where the comedy came from. And now... And even the shot was of the guy's fucking pants. It was a funny commercial, well-directed, really great. I'm like, awesome, it's back. Then they put in this insert shot of some hot 20-year-old, probably not even wearing khakis because we're focused on his face. Like, where's the fucking comedy in that? And he's just like smiling, looking so helpful, so hot. And I'm like, yeah, the wife should be worried about him talking to this Jake from State Farm because he's clearly like fucking good looking and cool and certainly a catch. What is up with that? And then they're bringing him back in other commercials. Like, Jake from State Farm is now a thing, but he's hot. I'm like, guys, you forgot the whole reason that thing worked. It wasn't because his name was Jake, and it wasn't because he was a guy. It was because he was a schlub wearing khakis in some dimly lit office, and there was no way that the husband was cheating on the wife. There was a scenario there. What? We're gonna get, like, I'm supposed to be like, oh, I like this commercial based on my allegiance towards this character named Jake. Fuck Jake. No one cares about that. People liked it because it was like, yes, you're selling us something, but you're doing it in a funny way. Now you're just selling me something and I'm supposed to give a fuck about it emotionally? Go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of here with that. Are you kidding me? I've said it once and I've said it again. If I've seen a commercial for your product and it's some shit like that, I will never buy your fucking product. It doesn't work on me. I know you know, whatever. The consensus is that no, you buy what we want you to. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I really don't. And you know what? My life is a lot worse because of it. I'm gonna die much sooner because of it. In fact, I feel already like I'm 60. I'd rather be 6 fucking feet under 20 years too soon than conform to these awful. I know it's so funny to hear, but it's like, dude, come on. No. The answer is fucking no. You fucking losers. Do something funny. I will give you money if I find it funny. Like the Clorox commercials that were coming out. There was one where it was just a 15-second spot of a dog licking up a mess and a girl dumping milk on the floor, and it cut to Clorox and like really loud rap music. And I'm like, see, this is hilarious. That is, yeah, I'll be honest. Once you know, I'm not actually going to buy Clorox. I'm just cheap, really. That's what prevents me, not my fucking gut. But if I am going to buy a name brand cleaner, yeah, it's going to be Clorox because that commercial fucking kills it. And that's the only reason why. Is because of how entertained I am by them stealing my time, forcing me to watch. Yeah, it's like you should. No, the commercial is for us. You are interrupting us. You motherfuck. I know it's like, no, but they actually pay the creators of the show. It's a tit for tat kind of thing. No, it was tit for tat. Back in like the 70s, when they were still aware that a commercial was still fucking television and it still had to be entertaining. Now, dude, no, you can't justify the kind of ads we have to sit through now. And you know what? They don't pay for anything anymore other than to promote more fucking ads. You out of your fucking mind? Jesus Christ. It's too bad it's such an ingenious scheme. It's like, yeah, you don't want them? Pay us extra money. It's like, you're doing something right here. You're doing something right here. You're making some money. But come on. We shouldn't have to fucking pay to not be annoyed. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have to pay to not be annoyed. Good God, we're annoyed every second of our fucking lives. How much? Oh, God. So that was my topic tonight, was ads.